Have to resume the recording. Bonehead. Okay. Look, I'm gonna have to do this again because I'm stupid. Forgot to turn the recorder back on. I'm sorry. Slope intercept. Use this a lot because it tells us a lot. You're going to see this in almost every math class that you attend. Y equals mx plus b. This is slope intercept. Why is it called slope intercept? Because m is the slope and b, this number here, is the y-intercept. T-E-R-C-E-P-T. So if we have this, if we have y equals 2x plus 1, our slope here is 2, okay? This is the m, this one's the b. Our b is, the y-intercept is 1. So if we were to graph it, we know the 1 point, we know the 1 point, and that is y-intercept. Y-intercept is 1. And our slope, and we'll talk more about slope here in a minute. Slope is positive 2. Okay, so that's what, if we were to graph this, this is what it would look like. Now, what if we had this? What if we had 2y equals 6x plus 10? Is this in slope-intercept form? No. Y has to be here by itself. How are we going to get y by itself? Divide everything by 2. Then we get y equals 3x plus 5. This is slope-intercept. It's going to cross the y-axis at 5, has a slope of 3, which will look kind of like that. Okay, that's slope-intercept. Very, very important. Now, we also have a form of these are linear equations. In other words, they make a straight line. It's called standard form, S-T-A-N-D-A. Standard form. Not used as much because it doesn't tell us a whole lot, like slope-intercept. X plus by equals c. If we have 3x plus 4y equals negative 2. Is this standard form? Yes. This is standard form. Now the only thing that there's 2 requirements for standard form. A, this number here, A must be greater than 0. What does that mean? Positive. Positive number. And A must be a whole number. In other words, not a fraction. Or A-C-T-I. Okay, A has to be a whole number. This number here has to be a whole number, and it has to be, and cannot be a fraction. It has to be a whole number and positive. So if we have negative 2x plus 4y equals negative 7, is this in standard form? No. You are going to see this on the final exam. They're going to ask you to solve an equation and put it in standard form. But they're really very simple. So how do we get rid of this negative here? We're going to multiply everything by -1, -5, -7, whatever you need. The easiest thing to do is multiply by -1. Now, what does that do? Is it going to change the value of this any? No. It's just going to change the look. And when you multiply by -1, the only thing that happens are the signs will change. So we're going to get 2x minus 4y equals 7, okay? -1 times -2 is a +2. -1 times 4 is -4. Everybody got this? This is standard form, okay? It has to be a positive number, and it cannot be a fraction. So one other thing is, what if we have a negative? This is about as difficult as these get. 1/2 x plus 2y equals -5. Okay, now we've got two things wrong. Excuse me, two things wrong with this. This cannot be a fraction. It cannot be a negative number. So what are we going to do? We're going to multiply by. Now, how are we going to get this to a whole number? Excuse me. I'm going to multiply by the denominator, the number on the bottom, which is 2. If we multiply by -2, that'll get rid of the negative sign there. What's 2 times 1/2, or what's half of 2? 1. +1, x, or just x. You can put the 1 there, but it doesn't mean anything. Excuse me. Excuse me. -2 times 2 is -4y equals 10. That's standard form. And again, you don't need the 1 there in front. If you don't have a 1 in front, it just assumes it's 1. Standard form. Could be more fun. Okay. Again, this is a review of what we did last time. Excuse me. Now, coordinates, C-O-O-R-D-I-N. Coordinates are points on a coordinate plane. Coordinates are always in the form xy. So if we have 3, 2, we put them in parentheses, separated by a comma. 3 would be the x, and 2 would be the y. Doesn't look like that's very important, does it? Well, it is. Let's see. So is the ordered pair now, ordered pair is this is an ordered pair. Who comes up with all the stupid names for this stuff? A Yankee. It's the ordered pair. Let's just use 3 too. Solution. U-T-I-O-N. To the equation. Now, if you have what that means is it a solution? It means that if you have a straight line, is this point on the line? 3, 2, would it be on that line? Well, let's see. It's real simple. Very, very easy. So if you're given the equation 2x plus 3y equals 12, standard form, okay? So is 3, 2 a solution? Remember, this is the x, and that's the y. So all we do is we plug in the numbers. Excuse me. Plug in the number, so 2 times, now what's x? Okay, this is the point. Is this point or ordered pair? So we just put in 3 for x, wherever there's an x. 3 times y, y is 2. Does that equal, put a little question mark up there, important. How we do order of operation? What do we do first? Multiplication. 6 plus 6. Does that equal 12? Yes. 12 equals 12. So yes, this is a solution to this equation. In other words, if you had, if you graph this, would 3, 2 be on this line? Yes, it would. That's how you figure that out. Okay. Let me do another one of those just for fun. Let's use the same equation. 2x plus 3y equals 12. Is -2 comma -7 a solution? Can you have more than one solution? Absolutely. How many points are there on this line? How many points are there? An infinite number, because this line goes on forever. How many points would be on that line? An infinite number. So again, this one's x, this one's y. This is very, very important. This is the x and this is the y. So we get 2 times x, x is -2, plus 3 times y, y is -7. Does that equal 12? Doesn't look like it, does it? It's -4. 2 times -2 is a -4. Oh, stupid boy. 3 times -7 is -21. Does that equal 12? -4 and -21 is -25 equals, does it equal 12? No. So this point is not on this line. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. Always right. Well, maybe. Can everybody hear me okay? Am I going too fast? Please tell me if I'm going too fast. I hate that. Let me take a drink of your Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. We're going to complete COMPLET the ordered pairs. Remember, ordered pairs are nothing more than a coordinate. This is an ordered pair. This is an ordered pair. Okay. It's real simple, but you look at it and think, holy moly, I can't do that. Well, you can. So if you're given this, complete the ordered pairs. You're going to see this on the final exam. You realize we've only got like 5 more days? 6 including today. I hate to say I told you so, but remember at the beginning of the class, beginning of the semester, I told you it's going to go real fast. You thought I was lying, didn't you? Mm-hmm. If you'll do real well today, we'll only come to class 1 time next week. How about that? Oh, Johnny, you're such a nice boy. Okay, complete the ordered pairs. If you're given this, IVEN, if you're given that y equals 4x plus 5, okay, you're given that linear equation. What form is that in? Right, slope-intercept. Don't everybody talk at once. That's a good Diet Coke. Okay, complete the ordered pairs. What if we have 7 comma y? In other words, we know what the x is. We don't know what the y is. So we're going to have to, it's a real simple algebra problem. It just looks different is all. So y equals 4 times x. What is x? 7 plus 5. Okay. Now we do, order of operation. So we have, what is that, 28? Plus 5. So y is 33. Is this our answer? No. Our answer has to be in this form here. 7 comma 33. Okay, so y is 33. Okay, we know that x is 7, y is 33 after we do the algebra. Tell me that's not fun. Like being at a Jay-Z concert, isn't it? Ooh, or maybe Beyonce. Ever seen Beyonce's mother? Oh boy. Smoking hot. I think she wants me real bad because she's never called me once. Ignores me all the time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. What if we have this? If we have that same, given that you have y equals 4x plus 5, and you're given, you're given x. In other words, we don't know what x is, comma, -3. This is about as difficult as these problems get, and it's really not all that difficult. Remember, this one's x, this one's y. So we just plug in the numbers we know, solve for what you don't know. We know that y is -3 equals 4x, okay, x we don't know, plus 5. It's a real simple algebra problem, just looks nasty. It's really not. So remember, we're going to do this in reverse. First, we get rid of addition and subtraction. So we're going to subtract 5 from each side. Get -8 equals 4x. Everybody with me here? Okay. And we divide by 4. And x is -2. So our answer here is, remember, now we plug it back into the coordinates of the ordered pair, and we get -2 comma -3. That's about as difficult as these get, where you're solving for x instead of y. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we did this the other day, but let's do it again, because it's really important. Remember that this is the y-axis, this is the x-axis. See how I remember this? Y, if you look at the little tail on the y, it goes down y-axis, and this one is x because it crosses the x-axis, or I'm sorry, the y-axis. So if we have 3, 2, oh, not super whiz-bang important, but you are going to see this from time to time. These are in quadrants, quad meaning 4. Okay, this is quadrant 1. We do these in Roman numerals for some reason. This is quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. Okay, like I said, not super whiz-bang important, but you are going to see this from time to time. Okay, so if we have 3, 2, this is the x, this is the y. This one we go side to side. X goes side to side. If it's positive, we go to the right. If it's negative, we go to the left. Again, the y we go is up and down. We go up, it's positive. Down is negative. Okay, so 3, 2. We go to the right. Always do this one goes side to side again. 1, 2, 3. Up, 2. Now this one is 3, 2. Now what if we have negative 2, 4? Negative is to the left. This is called the point of origin. The coordinates of the point of origin are 0, 0. We always is a long time, but we always typically start here. We go to the left 2 because it's negative. 1, 2, and up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The left 2, 4. This is negative 2, And what about this? What if we have negative 3, negative 5? They're both negative, so we're going to go to the left here, down here. So we go to the left, 1, 2, 3, and down 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. What if we have this? What if we have 2, negative 4? This one's positive, so we're going to go to the right. This one's negative, we're going to go down. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, negative 4. Okay, everybody get the idea there? Okay. What could be more fun? Mm-hmm. Everybody okay? Am I going too fast? Please tell me if I'm going too fast. Hey, boy, you're going too fast. Slow down, boy. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have linear equations, we're going to do what's called a table of values. T-A-B-L-E. I think we did this last time. U-E-S. Table of values. So if you have this, you have y equals 2x. Please think. Plus 3. Slope-intercept. Table of values is real simple. X and y. For the x, you can plug in any numbers you want. Doesn't make any difference. Let's use 0, 1, and 2. Those are easy. Now, when x is 0, when x is 0, what are you going to get? You're going to get the y-intercept. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. Everybody with me here? Okay. Now, when x is 1, x 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 3 is 5. 2 plus 3 is 5. That means y is 5. Now, if x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So now we have these ordered pairs. 0, 3, 1, 5, 2, 7. Okay. Okay, 0, 3. Okay, we don't go left or right at all here because x is 0. 3 is 1, 2, 3 here. 1, 5 to the right 1 and up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 2, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why do we use 3? When where's my handy dandy straight edge? Somebody took my straight edge. Oh. How do we use 3 when any 2 points define a line? Do 3 to make sure that we didn't make a mistake. So if you get a point here, excuse me, a point here, and then a point over here somewhere, we know that something went wrong. We did something wrong with our arithmetic. Okay. Now, now let's look at this. What do we know? What is our slope here? Slope is 2. My intercept is 3. Okay, did it cross the y-axis? Did it cross the y-axis at 3? Yes, it did. Does it look like a slope of 2? We'll talk more about slope here in just a minute. Does it look like a, excuse me, does it look like a slope of 2? Yes. So we're probably correct. Okay. What about this? Y equals 3x minus 2. What's our slope here? Sierra, are you there? Hello? No. Mr. Sitta? Are you there? Can you all hear me? Ms. Garcia? Mr. Sitta, are you there? If you're talking, I can't hear you. I'm sorry. That's you, Ms. Garcia. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, what's our slope here?
3.
Good. And a y-intercept?
-2.
Excellent. So our slope is 3, our y-intercept is -2. And we'll see if we're correct here. We'll make our handy dandy table of values, x and y. Again, use 0, 1, and 2, but you can use any numbers you want. It doesn't make any difference. Okay, so if we have y equals 3x minus 2, we're going to find out what y is because all we're going to do is plug in the x, solve for y. Remember, when x is 0, you're going to end up with the y-intercept. 3 times 0 is 0, minus 2 is -2. Is everybody with me here? Okay. We plug in 1 for x. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1. Y is 1. When x is 2, 3 times 2 is 6. 6 minus 2 is 4. So y will equal 4. Okay. Okay. 0, -2. Okay. 0, -2. Don't go left or right. We just go down 2. There's our y-intercept. Excuse me. 1, 1. The right 1. 1. 2, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's see. Did we make a nice straight pretty line? Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Okay, does it look like a slope? Excuse me. Does it look like a slope of 3? Yes. Did it cross the y-axis at -2? Yes, so we are correct. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right, now this is about as difficult as these problems get, and it's really not that hard. If you're given this, RVEN, given that 3y minus 6x equals 12. Standard form, right? Right. Now, the easiest thing to do here, you could leave it like this and solve the equation like this, but the easiest thing to do is put it into slope-intercept. We're going to get rid of addition, subtract. We want y over here by itself. Right? We're going to add 6x to each side. And we get 3y equals 6x plus 12. Everybody okay? Okay. Now we're going to divide by 3. Okay, we're going to divide by this. We get y equals 2x plus, my arithmetic right there, 2. I think that's right. Now we make a nice pretty table of values. X and y. 0, 1, and 2. Okay, when we have 0 for x, when x is 0, y is the y-intercept, right? Now remember, our slope here is 2. Our y-intercept is 4, right? Slope, y-intercept. Now when x is 1, let's do x plus 4. Okay, when x is 1, 2 times 1 is 2, plus 4 is it 6? Something like that. When x is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, plus 4 is 4. Okay, so we have these coordinates. 0, 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 6 to the right 1 and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 2, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And do we have a nice straight pretty line? Yes. Does anybody remember what the slope was on this first one? Anybody? Let's see. Okay. 2x plus 3. This one our slope was 3. This one our slope was 3. What do you notice about these two lines? Anybody?
They have the same slope.
Exactly right, Mr. Trejo. Too good. Same slope. When the slopes are the same, they're the lines. Parallel. We'll talk more about this in a minute. Same slope, different y-intercept. The lines will be parallel. Okay. And we'll talk more about that. I don't know whether we'll talk about it today or next time. First, take a drink of your Diet Coke. Circle K has the best Diet Coke. The ice is good. All right. Find the X and Y intercepts. INTERCEPT. X and Y intercept is very, very simple. It gives people trouble for some reason. I never have figured out why. Find the X intercept. ERCE. Set y equal to 0 and solve. This is probably the easiest way to draw a straight line. That's to find the two intercepts. Once you find the two intercepts, you've got it made. And then y, to find the y-intercept, ERCEPE. You set x equal to 0 and solve. Because if you know what I'm sorry, but I have a real personal problem with wasting paper. I never had figured that out. Okay, y-axis, x-axis. What are the coordinates of this? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 0, 4. Right. That's the y-intercept. The x-intercept is, say, this one. 1, 2, 3. This is 3, 0. Now, there we have our nice straight pretty line. Once you find the x and y intercepts, which is moronically simple, I'm not calling you morons I had a student one time. I said that this is moronically simple. She went to the dean. She went to the she went to everybody. That boy's calling us morons. I'm not. I'm just saying that this is real, real simple. I'm not calling you morons. He accused me of everything but being Donald Trump's gay lover. Like I said, please don't tell on me anymore. I'm already in enough trouble. And so the y-intercept is always, y-intercept will always be in the form 0, comma y. The x-intercept will always, I know always is a long time, always in the form, whatever x is, 0. Okay? Okay. I tell you, when I do this, I have to draw pictures because I'm stupid. You may not be stupid. Well, you're not stupid, but if I were you, I would draw pictures. That way you can make certain. But what if you have this? Get this up here so it's marked. If you have y equals 2x plus 6. Stupid boy. 6, not b. Okay. But we already know what the y-intercept is, right? The y-intercept, or b, is 6. Y-intercept. The x-intercept we do not know. Find it. Or I'll tell you how you can do this, because they're not always going to be in slope-intercept form. You can do y equals 2 times 0. So I'll give you the y-intercept. 6. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 6 is y is 6. Okay? Okay. Now to find the x-intercept, set y equal to 0, solve the equations. So y equals 2x plus 6. Set y equal to 0. So 0 equals 2x plus 6. Okay, now what we want to do is solve this equation for x. Very simple algebra. Subtract 6 from each side. Remember, get rid of addition, subtraction first. We get negative 6 equals 2x. Right? Divide by 2. X is negative 6. That's our x-intercept. So, and again, the y-intercept, okay. Our y-intercept is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is what? 0, comma 6. It's a 0 here. And our x-intercept is negative 6. So this is 0, comma 6. That's our y-intercept. Our x-intercept is negative 6, comma 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative 6, comma 0. If we draw a straight line, there's our. Now this right here, where the two lines cross, that's called the solution. We'll talk more about that in a couple of days. I don't remember. Okay. Okay. What about this? If you're given this, this is about as difficult as he's getting. It's not difficult at all. Get rid of that. Okay, if you're given this, given that 2x plus 3y equals 6. What form is this in? Standard form, right? Right. Take a drink of your Diet Coke. Mm-hmm. To find the x-intercept, set y equal to 0. When you do that, it just eliminates that, right? When you set y equal to 0, anything times 0 is 0. Everybody with me? So it just eliminates that. So we have 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 6. Right, that's gone. So you end up with 2x equals 6 divided by 2, and x is 3. So our x-intercept is 3, 0. Now to find the y-intercept, we set x equal to 0. In other words, just eliminates that. Or you get 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 6. This is a y here. Times 0 is 0, so you end up with 3y equals 6. Divided by 3, y is 2. That is 0, 2. That's the y-intercept. Everybody with me here? Everybody okay? Am I going too fast? Please tell me. Boy, you're going too fast, boy. That's about as difficult as these problems get, and it's real simple. Okay, now, I promised you earlier we'd talk about slope. Would Johnny lie to you? No. Well, probably not. Okay. Slope of a line which is m. Right? Slope is m. There's an m here. That's the steepness. Steepness. Okay, the steepness. How steep is it? There's the slope of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Remember what a vertical line is? A vertical line is no slope. No slope. Horizontal line is 0 slope. Okay, I'm going to irritate you with this from time to time. There's no slope. Or you can also say undefined. Undefined slope. Horizontal line is 0 slope. Hopefully this will, excuse me, this will help you. There's a slope of like 9, right? Real steep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right? 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half, a quarter. Okay. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. 0 slope. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Now slope is rise over run. How much does it go up versus how much does it go over? Let me see what happened to my pretty coordinate plane. Like I said, I'm sorry, but I have a problem with wasting paper. Don't know what it is. Okay. There's a nice straight pretty line. We're going to find 2 points where this line exactly crosses. Here's one here, and here's one here. Isn't it? How much does it rise? It rises 1, runs 2. Rise over run. Does this look like a slope of a half? Yes. Okay, rise over run. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. What's we'll talk about this more later. Slope is is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now, what in the world does that mean? This is very, very important. How do you find slope if you're given 2 points? If you're given 2 points, say that you're given G, B, E, N. You're given these 2 points, 3, 5, and 7, 10. You're given those 2 points. Remember, they're always in the form xy. This is the first coordinate, so we're going to call it x1 and y1. This is the second coordinate, so we're going to call it x2 and y2. Doesn't really make any difference. This can be x1 and y1. Doesn't make any difference. Okay, so all we do is we plug in the numbers that we know. What's y2 here? y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Very, very simple. y2 is 10 minus y1 is 5. Everybody with me here? x2 is 7. X1 is 3. Now we just do the arithmetic. 10 minus 5 is, what's it, 5? Over 4. This is our slope. Again, what's the one thing we can calculate from 2 points? Slope. Do not change this into a decimal. Bear with me here. Do not change this. This is 1.25, I think. Don't change it into a decimal. Why? Because slope means more as a fraction. Rise over run. It means this one's going to rise 5, run 4. Again, just leave it like this. It's not wrong to change it to a decimal, but excuse me. It means more as a fraction than it does a decimal. It's not wrong, and I won't count it wrong. Okay, what if you have this? Get this up here so it's marked. 2 comma 3 and 7 comma 8. So stupid. Why did I do that? 2, 3 and 7, 8. X and Y, right? X and Y are always in this form. Again, this is the first coordinate, so we're going to call this x1 and y1. This is the second coordinate, so we're going to call it x2 and y2. Again, it doesn't really make any difference. You can call this one x1 and y1, and this one x2, y2. It doesn't make any difference. Now, again, our formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Could be more fun. Now get another drink of your Diet Coke. went on Amazon the other day and got a couple weeks ago and got a tablet that you can hook up to the computer and write on the tablet. But my handwriting's so bad, and the tablet wasn't helping any. It was even worse than that, so I had to just put it aside. Maybe I'll try to use it. Okay, Y2 is this one. Y1 is this one. Okay, so Y2, which is 8 minus 3. Bear with me here. Okay, 8 minus 3 over X2 is 7. Please think. 7 minus 2. Now we do the arithmetic. 8 minus 3 is, was that 5? Over 7 minus 2 is 5, which is 1, which is our slope. So what this means is, if we were to graph this, our slope would be 1, and we can calculate what our y-intercept is also. Okay, let me do another one. These are so much fun. We have, excuse me, 7, why am I doing this? Excuse me, 7, 4, and 10 comma 8. Okay, X, Y, X, Y, X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Okay, so we get slope equals Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Y2 is 8 minus Y1 is 4. X2 is 10. And X1 is 7. 8 minus 4 is 4 over 3. And that is our slope. Again, leave them as fractions. Don't change them to decimals unless you absolutely have to. Won't count it wrong, but whatever. Okay, now this is about as difficult as these problems get, and it's not very hard. If you're given -2 comma -6, you get these godless negative numbers, and 3 comma 8. I'm going to ask this of you nauseam. What's the two things that we can calculate from 2 points? Slope. Okay. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. Slope equals Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Now Y2 is 8. Y1's -6. So we have 8 minus -6. Minus or minus. And like I said, this is about as difficult as these get. It's really not that hard. X2 is 3 minus -2. Remember, minus means one of the things that negative numbers mean are opposite of. Okay, so we have 8. What's the opposite of -6? +6. Right? Right. Same thing here. What's the opposite of -2? The opposite of negative 2 is a positive 2. We get 14 over, what is that, 5? That's our slope. Minus a minus is a plus. You can also think of this as negative times a negative is a positive. You can think of it like that too. Now, I do expect you to reduce these fractions if you can. Oh, and before I forget, our slope is positive, goes up and to the right, goes down and to the right. There the slope is negative. Okay, again, zero slope, it's horizontal. And if it's vertical, vertical is no slope. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. We talked about this a minute ago. Parallel. What does parallel mean? I'll tell you the way I remember it is the two L's in parallel. Parallel. Railroad tracks. They're parallel. And what do we know about parallel lines? Have the same slopes and different y-intercept. If they have the same slope and the same y-intercept, you have the same slope and the same y-intercept, what do we have? Same line, one right on top of the other one. Right. Parallel lines have the same slopes, different y-intercept. B, remember, is y-intercept. Perpendicular, P-E-R-P-E-C-O. Perpendicular lines, slope is a negative, and G-A-T-I-B. Reciprocal, R-E-C-I-P-R-O-C. Now, what the hell does, what the devil does that mean? Reciprocal means just flip it over. So the reciprocal, reciprocal of 2/3 is 3 over 2. You just flip them over. That's what reciprocal means. Now, the negative reciprocal, if your slope is 4/3, I'm going to use this symbol right here for perpendicular. Perpendicular slope is, remember, it's the negative reciprocal. It's going to be negative 3 over 4. Okay. One's positive, one's negative. This is why. Perpendicular lines, pretend these two are perpendicular. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perpendicular means that they're going to make a right angle right there. Not a 7, that's a little box. It means it's perpendicular. If you'll notice, here the slope is like 1/2, something like that. Here, this is positive, right? Positive 1/2. Here, the slope is negative and kind of steep. Okay, flip them over. One will be positive, the other will be negative. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if we have this, we have this line and whoo, boy, my drawing's bad. Okay, the positive slope. This is a negative slope. This one's fairly narrow, fairly shallow. And this one's pretty steep. Okay, but one will be positive, the other will be negative. There's always an exception. Anybody know what the exception is? Mm-hmm. You have a zero slope and no slope. They will be perpendicular, but the one will not be positive and the other one won't be negative. That's the only exception. Uh-huh. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, we've done that. I'm not going to do it again. Okay, one more thing and then I'll let you go. Wait a minute. Let me see. Where are we on our syllabus here? What's today? The 14th? Slope formula. Solve the system of equations. Y'all had enough? You want some more? Okay. All right, let's call it a day. Next time we'll do it's called the point slope formula. It's a little bit more involved, but really not too terribly much. Okay, let's review for just a second. Y equals mx plus b, slope intercept, and like that. All right, y'all take care. I'll see you Thursday. If you have any questions, I have nothing else to do but cry myself to sleep. My pretty nap. So you're welcome to stay if you want. Bye. Bye, Bonds.